just got hands-on with the brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Z Fold 8 Ultra. There's a brand new slick shape, new display updates, new camera updates, battery updates, new features, and even creative ones. These are probably the most advanced foldables in the world right now, but they do have a few issues, so let's start with the design. So there are now two Samsung Galaxy Fold 8s. The standard size that we all know is now called the Z Fold 8 Ultra, and the smaller new square size is just the Z Fold 8. And you would think that their size is the only difference, but there's actually quite a lot. For starters, the Z Fold 8 Ultra is now even thinner than the already thin Fold 7, although I must admit it's really hard to tell. While the new Z Fold 8 seems a tiny bit thicker than the Fold 8 Ultra, which does make sense because it is smaller in size, but even though it's not as thin, it's definitely lighter. And that is because this Fold 8 is now the lightest foldable phone that Samsung has ever released. So surprisingly, it actually feels way better in your hands, and I was kind of shocked. The hinges have also been upgraded to use magnets, which apparently should make them easier to open and close, but honestly, I thought they felt the exact same as before with honestly no real improvements. Of course, both models come in a few different colors too, so the Fold 8 Ultra has violet green, violet shadow, cream, and graphite. All kind of neutral and very safe. But the Fold 8 colors are way brighter and funkier with cream, graphite, lavender, and my personal favorite, pistachio, which basically looks like a teal or mint color, kind of like my nails. So this new shape is super interesting, especially because we all know this is the phone that is going to compete the most with Apple's foldable phone later this year. But it is not perfect, because let's look at the new Flex Titanium display. Okay, so Samsung has given both the Fold 8s an upgraded display to help decrease the crease by adding titanium in the screen. So what they have actually done is added a new titanium alloy film and titanium plate layer, which apparently helps straighten out that crease. And well, it is still noticeable, but I mean, as you can see, compared to before, it has improved and it shouldn't get worse over time. As for the actual screen size, the new Fold 8 is obviously shorter, but it's also wider. And again, to my surprise, I actually prefer this size over the Fold 8 Ultra. What I love is the screens are also equally bright. So they both get up to 3000 nits, which is 400 nits brighter than the S26 Ultra, by the way, so that's great. They also come with a new anti-reflective finish, making them slightly less reflective, but I didn't actually notice it that much. And then when you close them to see the cover screen, here's where you'll really notice just how much more square the new Fold 8 is. It's not perfectly square, but more like a passport size. The one big disappointment though is they don't have a privacy display. Not even the Fold 8 Ultra, which is weird considering that it's an Ultra phone now. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd think that it would have all the same features as the S26 Ultra. But no. What they do have, however, is something brand new we have never seen in a Samsung phone before. Now it is about time, but Samsung have finally started using silicon carbon batteries. And because of that, the Z8 Ultra has had a bump up from 4,400 milliamps to 5,000. And even though the Fold 8 is smaller, it has a 4,800 milliamp hour battery. Nice. So for the Z Fold 8 Ultra, that's going to get you around 27 hours of use. And for the regular Z Fold 8, you're going to get around 26 hours. Charging speeds also improved. The Fold 8 charges using 45 watts. Same with the Fold 8 Ultra, meaning they can charge from 0 to 60% in under 30 minutes. Wow. But again, why doesn't the Fold 8 Ultra have the same 60 watt charging as the S26 Ultra? I mean, they're both called Ultra. Anyways, they both also have 20 watt wireless charging, but neither of them have magnetic charging, like MagSafe. Still waiting on that. So overall, the batteries have been bumped, but how about the cameras? Okay, now for the cameras, the Fold 8 Ultra comes with an upgraded 50 megapixel ultra-wide, the standard 200 megapixel main camera, but still the same 10 megapixel telephoto. Which again, why is it called the Ultra if it won't have the same 50 megapixel telephoto camera as the S26 Ultra? Anyways, the Fold 8 on the other hand has a 50 megapixel main camera and 50 megapixel ultra-wide, but no telephoto, which isn't really that big of a deal because it essentially has all the same camera features as the Fold 8 Ultra. Like, they both have horizontal lock, which still blows my mind. And if you don't know what that is, it's a stabilizer that essentially locks the horizon. So no matter how much you turn your phone, it literally keeps your subject leveled. There's also dual video recording too, so that uses the front and back cameras simultaneously with a nice little split screen effect. And they both also have log, if you want to film more professional videos, or just use Cine LUTs to give your videos that more cinematic feel. So I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping to see the same cameras from the S26 Ultra on the brand new Fold 8 Ultra, but it does have some really cool new smart features. Okay, so straight out the box, both these Fold 8s come with One UI 9. And that means you get a slightly upgraded control panel with improved volume and brightness sliders, but also the upgraded Gemini with on-screen awareness. And this is really interesting because you just show Gemini what's on your screen, then say something like, book a hotel around here for the next 2 nights, and then it does all the hard work for you. It searches the exact place, finds the accommodation, all that jazz, while leaving the important choices to you, like picking the actual price and confirming the booking, which is pretty handy. But there's new Gemini notebooks too. Think of it kind of like a new notes app inside Gemini, where you can essentially dump a bunch of random files like documents, texts, voice notes, and then Gemini structures all of that into a clear note. Again, really handy. Okay, but then there's also new suggestion buttons inside your messages. So depending on what you're chatting about, like if you want to meet up, for example, then you'll see a view calendar suggestion pop up that opens your calendar to see if you're actually free then. But before I tell you the price of these, there's 3 more important things I gotta show you first. Alright, number 1, inside both the Fold 8s, there's this new video option where if you push this button, then select a subject and choose a different aspect ratio, it'll reframe that entire video to just follow that specific person. It's called Fan Cam, and that's actually kind of cool. Then number 2 is photo editing. So if you've got a photo, you can just type in whatever changes you want. Like, I don't know, add sheep, and it'll add a bunch of sheep to that photo. You can even have the before and after side by side, and as you can see, it does a freaking good job, but that's probably because the Fold 8s come with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip. Yeah! And then number 3 is the document scanner, which works so seamlessly on the Fold 8. It just scans the document, removes any fingers, corners, bends, stains, and turns it into a real-looking scan, which is so nifty. But what some might find not cool is that the S Pen still does not work on either of these. Personally, I don't really mind that. But I thought they'd include it considering the price increase. Oh no. Okay, so both Fold 8s come with a lot of new features. My favorites are the new Fold 8 size. I actually really like it. It's perfect for typing, reading, and scrolling Instagram. Its colors are also great. The battery size on both I'm also really happy about. And same with their charging speeds, although the Fold 8 Ultra should have been higher. Horizontal lock is great for video too, same with the reframing feature for videos, and even photo editing, which performs really well. But the Fold 8s, with all these features, come at a price. £1,899 for the Fold 8 Ultra, wow, and £1,699 for the Fold 8, which, yeah, is quite pricey. But honestly, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually considering upgrading to the Fold 8 because the size is just that good. But before I upgrade, I'm first going to wait for Apple's highly rumored foldable coming out later this year because it might just be better. And if you want to find out too, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that video, and I'll see you in the next one. Doodles!